Spring has come, the horses are racing, and a suffering economy has not stopped people from placing bets tonight as it's opening day here at Lone Star Park. As Dallas responds to an embarrassing loss Monday night in San Antonio, the team pleases fans here with an 88-67 victory over the Spurs. Dallas led by as many as 35 points in the third quarter, and they now lead the series 2-1 heading into Saturday's Game 4. As the Rangers continue struggling with their winning percentages, this team still believes they have far too much talent to be straddling that 500 line. NFL football teams around the country are preparing for the 2008 season with training camp. The Cowboys are no different. The team is heading to California this week to begin their training. The city of Oxnard is certainly happy to have the Cowboys back, and they had the signs out to prove it. The grounds crew putting the finishing touches on the 2 playing fields that are adjacent to the hotel where the team will be staying for the next 3 weeks. The Cowboys will leave Oxnard and go to Denver to practice against the Broncos for 3 days on August 12th. So just how quickly do things change in the NFL? This quickly. The last time the Cowboys were in Oxnard, Drew Bledsoe was the starting quarterback. That job now belongs to his former backup, Tony Romo. We didn't know it at the time, but Bill Parcells was in his final season as the head coach. That job now belongs to Wade Phillips, returning for his second year as the Cowboys head coach. As a matter of fact, there's not a single coach on this staff who was in Oxnard just 2 years ago. The Cowboys charter will arrive tomorrow afternoon in Oxnard, and quarterback Tony Romo says when they get off the plane and hit the field, the players' hard work from the offseason will be on display.
Carmelo defended by Antoine Wright. And there's the foul. They didn't call it, and Carmelo hits it.
I think this is about as tough as of a loss that I've been a part of in my 11 years in the league.
Breaks our heart in the final seconds.
Tensions ran high after Saturday's Game 3 as the Mavericks felt cheated out of a playoff victory where a last-second foul wasn't called in a game abundant with whistles.
All night long, the whistle was blowing fast. There was nobody waiting to stop. The whistle was blowing. And end of the game, when we were blatantly trying to foul, the whistle wasn't blown. That's what happened.
You know, unfortunately, in a game where there's 61 fouls called, an official decides not to call a foul when we're trying to take a foul.
After a disappointing Game 3 loss, the Dallas Mavericks' frustration is evident as they are desperate for a Game 4 home victory on Monday.
You know, the series is not over. You know, we're not going to give up. We'll be back next game.
Now the Mavericks need to keep their composure as they head into Monday's game to keep from getting swept.
Pride, come Monday, that's what it's all about. Be business-like, and we'll see who has pride.
From the American Airlines Center, Casey McMahon, CBS 11 Sports. More now from Big 12 Media Days. The eyes of Texas are always on the University of Texas. Head coach Mack Brown has had 8 straight seasons with 10 or more wins in a BCS title in 2005. This year, with some good, not outstanding recruits, the Longhorns are in the unfamiliar position of being labeled underdogs. It's an unfamiliar position which Brown doesn't so much mind. The SMU men's soccer team has a new head coach. The school promoted assistant coach Tim McClements to take over for Shellis Heineman, who left to coach FC Dallas last month. And here's the Rangers in Chicago taking on the White Sox. White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen gets tossed. The Rangers had an 8-5 lead in the 8th, but Chicago storms back. This home run by Carlos Quentin off C.J. Wilson put the White Sox ahead 10-8. It was the first pitch by Wilson. The White Sox come back to beat the Rangers 10-8. This is Casey McMahon reporting for CBS 11 Sports.